Hi, today is February 18th, 2026, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 269 for the year, A Leaf. Once upon a time I saw a leaf on the living room floor. It was next to a knothole in the wood, but the leaf looked like a person and the knothole looked like a whirlpool that the leaf was about to be pulled into. This all happened years ago, but I came across the picture recently, and once again I was fooled into thinking there had been a flood and that someone was about to float down a drain or something. I never gave the leaf a name like Leaf Erikson or Leaf Garrett, and I'm not going to give the leaf a name now either. The leaf shall remain nameless, but at least it didn't sink into the oblivion of a whirlpool. Poem number 270, Biographical Tidbit. Here's a biographical tidbit. The very first poem I ever wrote had the same title as that last one. Mrs. Donlon, my fifth grade teacher at PS 41, assigned all of us in the class to write a poem. At that time, ideas did not come so easily to me, so I looked through the latest issue of Highlights for Children for an idea to steal. Someone had written a story about a leaf that was hanging from a branch, and I was like, I could write a poem like that story. So I wrote a poem called A Leaf. I remember the beginning. I am a leaf, hanging on a branch. My best friend fell about a month ago when his mother hit him. It was odd that I wasn't sent to the school counselor, but this was the late 60s. Mrs. Donlon loved the poem, said it reminded her of one she had written when she was a kid about a penny that lived in a drawer. Then she made me read it to the class. Then she made me read it to Mr. Goldstein's class. And both times I was deathly afraid that someone was going to be like, "Hey, you ripped that off of Highlights magazine." But no one did. I don't remember how the poem ended, and years from now, when I think back on this poem, I probably won't remember how it ended either. Poem number 271, Memory. He liked when his memory played tricks, when it pulled him out of a hat, when it sawed him in half or made him disappear. He liked the sleight of hand of his memory, the way it made him suspend his disbelief. But when it did card tricks, when his memory asked him to pick a card, any card, and he would pick the card and look at it, and he would see that the card was himself, and then he would place himself back in the deck, and then when his memory would shuffle the deck and then ask him what his card was, he could never remember. His memory could do lots of tricks, but it could never make him remember. His memory could never make him remember himself or who he was. Poem number 272, Obvious. Did he take a walk or did the walk take him? Did he see a movie or did the movie see him? Did he eat his breakfast or did his breakfast eat him? The answer to these questions are obvious. Of course the walk took him. Of course the movie saw him. Of course the breakfast ate him. If the breakfast hadn't eaten him, he would still be with us now. God damn that glutinous breakfast that took him away from us. And the last poem of the day, poem number 273, The People Who Eat Cars. I don't know of any people who eat cars, but if there were such people, a documentary about them would make an intriguing follow-up to the cars that eat people. There was Corporal Klinger, who once attempted to eat a Jeep, but he failed, and besides, a Jeep is not a car. There was Michel Lotito, who ate bicycles, shopping carts, televisions, beds, and a Cessna 150, but he didn't eat a car either. So I guess a documentary about people who eat cars is implausible. So if one were to make a movie called The People Who Eat Cars, it would most likely be a narrative film and might possibly be a sequel to The Cars That Eat People. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.